So we further continue with the discussion which we were having last time, that we will try to get ourselves well acquainted with construction of differential equation. How to solve it will be taken care at a later point of time. For data admitted students, I will be supplying the earlier recorded lectures so that they become conversant with the contents which are being discussed in the classroom. Otherwise, they may feel that they have taken admission to some different course. So, the components which we use are resistor, inductor, capacitor, the interconnections. To that circuit we apply an input voltage signal V in T, and at any point in this circuits we try to find out what is VOT. So this is something which is very much clear, there is no ambiguity, everything is told. These are as already stated that the contents are already given to you to view for syllabus coverage. So the classroom time we are utilizing in such a sequence which is convenient in understanding, may not be as per the classical sequence. So, and I am trying my level best to explain to you in simple most manner. At a later point of time it will become more complex as things proceed. So these are called as passive circuits. A circuit consisting of resistor, inductor, capacitor and voltage sources. Right. So this is passive circuit. Now I will add two more components. In the first year you are well aware of operational amplifier. So right now we consider an ideal amplifier. Not ideal op amp, but in general an amplifier, that is we call it as a device where if input is V in T, output VOT is equal to A into V in T. Output VOT is equal to A into V in T. Is it clear? For the amplifier, it gives an output which is proportional to input by a scaling factor A. In fact, such a device cannot exist. At some right now itself we can spend time, but let us assume that it exists. Its inability, impossibility of existence and approximations we keep it for some later time. And then one more device called as an adder. Which is having two input terminals and one output terminal. So it's V1T, V2T, and the output is V1T plus V2T. Now if we just add these two components, then the discussion of differential amplifiers takes a quite different form and it becomes quite complex to a large extent. What devices we had? Resistor, inductor, capacitor, and in that we add this as a scaling, and this as an adder. By just adding two elements called as scalar and adder, it becomes an active circuit. Right? And with this active circuit, we can go for many differential equations which we cannot materialize using passive components. Means there is only using passive components, there is a range of differential equations which you can achieve. Now, this discussion is called as analysis. Analysis means for a given circuit, we find out the differential equation. A circuit is given, in that VT and VOT is given, and we find out what will be the differential equation. Now it's reverse question. In tutorial sessions we will cover that. It's reverse question. What can you tell what the reverse question would be? That is called a synthesis. What is the reverse question?
Differential equation is given. We have to find VOT.
We have to find?
VOT.
No, not VOT yet. VOT. I'm clearing it very simply. Differential equation solution आता आपण डोक्यात घेत नाही का? नंबर 1, तुमच्याकडे कन्व्हेन्शन टेक्निक्स अवेलेबल आहे, ती वापरून तुम्ही जरी ते कळलं नाही, जसं तुम्ही परीक्षेत पास व्हायचे विविध टेक्निक्स उपलब्ध असल्यामुळे जरी सब्जेक्ट कळला नाही तरी तुम्ही पास होऊ शकता. लाईक दॅट डिफरन्शियल इक्वेशन सोडवायची वेगवेगळी टेक्निक्स माहीत असल्यामुळे किंवा उपलब्ध असल्यामुळे आपण उत्तर काढू शकतो. So what we focus for very complex circuits, how to construct differential equation. Is it clear? So that we are focusing, not on solution. Now, for a given circuit, what is the differential equation? This process is called as analysis. Whereas there is a reverse process called as synthesis. What that can be?
Differential equation is given circuit.
Right. Construct a circuit which will obey the differential. Is it clear? So I again repeat. Say for example, the simple most thing which we will be taking for discussion lot many times, R and C, and that is 1 and 1. That's most simple. VT and VOT. So for this circuit we construct a differential equation. Is it clear? Or we find out a differential equation. Now if a differential equation is given, this may be common, may not be. There is freedom. You can design in any way. V in B, in some points, VOT, then the differential equation is given. Then for that differential equation, you have to construct the circuit. This is called as a synthesis problem and is somewhat difficult. Analysis, synthesis, is differentiation, integration, complementary processes. Differentiation is simple, integration is difficult. Like that, for a given circuit, finding out differential equation, analysis. Finding out a circuit which will give the given differential equation called as synthesis problem. It is of somewhat higher level. To that also we shall come. So before that, we start with the next class of all these things. Now you will find, if somebody is very much studious, fortunately there are no such students. So otherwise he will say, so today he will be puzzled. These things we discuss in the class, and he will try to go through syllabus. And he will, what is the problem? He will not be able to map whatever is discussed today is of which module of the syllabus. So that itself may be a task. The thing is that syllabus is just guiding principle. If you go through IIT syllabus, it is of few lines, wherein a teacher is expected to elaborate the things in such a sequence which students should understand. That's what we feel. Now I will add, rather than what we can say explaining, means it is said that pictures give more information. Like that, rather than describing, giving problems and ideally seeking the solution may add more value. I think if you have gone through the videos, earlier videos, I will put more videos now. are with respect to common ground, right? All are with respect to common ground. So I hope that is very clear. Find out, obviously the question is, find or construct in terms of construct differential equation in terms of V in T and VOT. So I give a hint immediately itself. Let this be VAT. And if you are knowing some things, then you should be able to construct the differential equation very quickly. So anyone found out? Everything is doable. Anyone? I will draw it with less space so that I can use the board. It's very simple. It's hardly a high school level scholarship problem. Once we are able to define it properly. So to construct differential equation between V in T and VUT, right? So we use the known thing. First of all, this is something which simplifies the things. I will assume this to be VAT, right? So you can look this to be a separate problem, right? Is it okay? So with respect to this, VAT is input. So what is the differential equation? Which you already know? dVOT by dt plus VOT is equal to Is it right?
Yes.
This we know. But we don't want this. Why? Because we want ultimately something between V in and
Vout.
something between V in and U, right? So now how do we proceed? This is VOT. So what this would be? That's what we know for this device. Output is A times input, right? And for this what we know?
Adder.
Adder. So we know that VAT is equal to V in T plus AVOT. That completes the answer. So dVOT upon dt plus VOT is equal to VT plus AVOT. So on the right hand side there is a convention. It's not that it's something a rule. Left hand side, the terms consisting of VO, actual and differential, and on the right hand side terms consisting VN. So this comes on the left hand side. So we get dVOT upon dt plus what? 1 minus A
VOT.
into VOT is equal to, if this A is 0, what does it mean? If this A is 0, no feedback,
No feedback.
right? So dVOT by dt plus VOT equal to V in T. Old equation. What was that? Let's see. Means original one. Right?
Yes.
Original one. If A is 0, A is 0 means it's not there, and since there is no other input, this is as good as, means if A is 0, V8 equal to V in T. Right? So original circuit. If A is 1, what will happen? dVOT by dt
Equals VIT.
equal to V in T. dVOT by dt equals to V in T. It becomes an integrator. It becomes an integrator. VOT is equal to integral of V. If A is 2, it would be dVOT by dt minus VOT equal to V. So lot many possibilities are there for various values of A. So now I will put the thing on the group, and you should try to think how to construct this circuit for given differential. I will put many differential equations, and you should think how to construct what you are doing. You are constructing some differential equation. Look here. So even though by looking here I cannot ensure that you are really listening, still that is means not looking and listening, the probabilities are almost negligible. Looking and not listening probabilities, there may be some, but let us say that we don't have a very, what we can say, perfect system to attendance scale. Attendance. Now we don't have an attention sheet. So attendance sheet coupled with you looking at the whiteboard may serve an attention sheet. Maybe that after few years there is a theme of attention sheet, that as I told, that helmet and some indicator whether he is giving attention or not. Now we study few more circuits. Last time we discussed one circuit. What we discussed? This we discussed. It was, what was that? d2VO upon dt square
Yes.
plus 3VOT
Plus VOT.
plus 3 dVOT by dt plus VOT is equal to V in T.
VT.
Now this is a different, this is what I am doing. This is an amplifier of 1. Connecting directly and connecting using an amplifier, there is a huge difference. What is the difference? Connecting directly and connecting using an amplifier. when I connect directly, what is the difference? When I apply Kirchhoff's law, what is the difference? Listen very carefully. Here I am connecting directly. This first leg is same, second leg is same. Here I just connected directly. Sir. Sir. So what is the difference? When I apply Kirchhoff's law here, when I apply Kirchhoff's law, this current is equal to this current with this current. And in this case, so what does it mean? That amplifier is having, ideally it is having infinite input impedance, so amplifier doesn't draw any current. Correct?
Yes.
It's okay? So the differential equation what we get in this case and in this case are different. Now the time before you used to find out the differential equation for this circuit. Construct. How will you construct? It's very simple that way. Let us defeat it again. Now, what you can have? You can have differential equation between VOT and this is VAT, so this is also
VAT.
or you can assume this to be VAT. And since the gain is 1, this is also VAT. Now, I again would like to jumble you deliberately so as to test your ability to counter. In this circuit now, this circuit, VAT, VOT. So is this correct? dVOT by dt plus VOT is equal to VAT. This is for this circuit as well for this circuit. Is it correct for both circuits? And then next is dVAT by dt plus VAT equal to V in T. For this circuit as for this circuit. Is it correct? If so, then both circuits should give me the same answer. Well, see now, listen very carefully. For a simple circuit which has got input, resistor, capacitor, output. For that, derivative of output plus output equal to input. So, for this circuit, can I say that this is the output? This is the input. So, this is correct?
Yes.
Can I say this? Yes or no?
Yes.
what we expect to be very clearly dealt in the classroom. Now, forget about the top circuit. Let us work on the earlier one. And then you should tell me, just like nowadays that all such things are gone, that some pictures are there, small pictures, and you see everything is correct. There is small mistake somewhere, and you are told to find out the mistake in the picture. So like that we proceed. 1, 1, 1, 1. The values are taken so that it should be easy to calculate. VT, VOT, I presume VAT. So I say dVOT by dt plus VOT equal to VAT. Sorry, VAT. And dVAT by dt plus VAT is equal to VAT. Right? So I don't want this. So I will replace, for VAT I have this. For VAT I have this. But this, I will differentiate this.
Yes.
So by differentiating one, what I get? d2 VOT upon dt square plus dVOT upon dt is equal to dVAT upon dt. Right? So this equation is very simple for me now. For this term, I have the things which only contain VOT. That's okay for me. For this term, I also have the things which only contain VOT. So this plus this is equal to, what I will put?
VAT.
For this, I will put these two. I will give colored arrows so that you understand. So I will put this. So VAT I will substitute by this, dVAT by T I will substitute by this, and VND is all right.
Yes.
That I am okay with it. So what I get, that d2 VOT upon dt square plus dVOT upon dt plus dVOT upon dt plus VOT is equal to VET. So this, it becomes d2 VOT upon dt square plus 2 dVOT by dt plus VOT is equal to VET. And what was the last time?
3 dVOT.
So in last week we derived this by using, I hope all of you must have the solution. Last week we derived it in detail. Now we derived it again. And here what we find, that it becomes now plus
2 dVOT.
2 dVOT by dt, and in previous week it was
3 dVOT.
3 and now 2. So where the things have gone wrong? What is correct? Last time was correct, that's again a question. So now if we decide, give time for you to find out which was wrong and which was correct, it will again kill time. So I tell you that last time what we did was correct, and what we derived now is wrong. What we derived here is wrong. That I say deliberate, that I say clearly, so that your thinking can get narrowed down. जे मागच्या लेक्चरला जे केलं 3 ते बरोबर आहे, आता जे कोण जे 2 आले ते चुकलंय. माझं कुठलं यात कॅल्क्युलेशन पहिल्यांदा काय असतं, चुकलं जेव्हा असलं पहिल्यांदा काय आपण बघणार, हे कॅल्क्युलेशन मिस्टेक आहे का? ती नाही आहे. देयर इज नो कॅल्क्युलेशन मिस्टेक. देयर इज अ फंडामेंटल मिस्टेक. व्हॉट इज दॅट? देयर इज फंडामेंटल मिस्टेक. यू जस्ट ट्राय टू take 2-3 minutes to tell what is fundamental mistake. There is a fundamental mistake.
चार्ज होगा तब तक डिवाइड होगा, राइट? हाँ, जब तक कैपेसिटर चार्ज होगा तब तक करंट नीचे जाएगा, उसके बाद रेजिस्टर में चार्ज वाला लगेगा।
What is that? Can you point out there is a fundamental mistake? You must be able to point it out.
बोलूँ क्या?
If these two equations are correct, from that we derive that everything is correct. So no calculation mistake. The mistake is in between these two equations. These two equations are based on what? Based on the
Normal.
basic equation. What is the basic equation? Output, input 1, 1. Differential of output plus output equal to input. This basic equation that we applied. We applied that for the second part is correct. But we cannot apply this to the first part. Why? Because this is differential equation. If this output is not being used to supply the load, this out means this entire differential equation is derived for the fact that the IT is common.
Common.
लक्षात आलं का? हे जे डिफरन्शियल मूळ काढलेलं आहे इन जनरल डिफरन्शियल ऑफ आउटपुट व्होल्टेज प्लस आउटपुट व्होल्टेज इक्वल टू इनपुट व्होल्टेज हे का काढलेलं आहे तर करंट कॉमन आहे या बेसवरती आधारित आहे. नाउ इन दिस सर्किट इट इज करेक्ट बिकॉज देयर इज नो अदर ब्रांच बट फॉर दिस इट इज रॉन्ग बिकॉज करंट गोज हियर राइट. So this is wrong. This equation is wrong. As this equation is wrong, entire answer is wrong. So last time what we derived? We applied Kirchhoff's laws. What we said? I1, I2 and I1 minus I2. I1, I2 and this is I1 minus I1. Right? Is it okay? So now, therefore for this, it is dVut by dt, d2 is v upon dt square plus 3 dVut by dt plus Vut is equal to in this current. Now for this, derive. Now this you can have assume as VAT and since this is 1 also, right? And for this now both are valid and therefore the answer is d2 VOT upon dt square plus 2 dVOT by dt plus VOT equal to VAT. Why both are valid? Because
No current flows through.
this is correct and since amplifier doesn't draw any current, is it right?
Yes.
Is it okay? I think that so here you can have dVOT by dt plus VOT equal to VAT and dVAT by dt plus VAT equal to V. Then you can get the final equation. Is it right? Now next circuit. Constant differential equation.
इक्वेशन नंबर इक्वेशन नंबर बघू काय सांगू असं येत नाही ते ए आहे ना ते ए तर बी आय टी ते ए आहे आणि व्ही आय टी व्ही ए टी इक्वल्स व्ही ए टी
So anybody?
येस सर स्क्वेअर व्ही ओ टी
Again, hint is same. What is that? It is almost the same. This we assume as VAT. What is the equation which we know already for this?
D2 VOT upon dt.
D2 VOT upon dt square
Plus 1 by LC VOT.
plus
1 by LC VOT.
now LC is 1. So plus VOT is equal to V, right? It's okay. This one, L and C,
परत 1 minus 1.
this equation you found out. V in T, VOT, that time L and C were given. The equation was D2 VOT upon dt square plus 1 upon LC VOT equal to V in T. Now in this case, L and C are 1.
So d2 square VIT upon dt square.
D2 square,
VIT upon dt square.
is it like that? Sure? Yes or no?
Yes. Yes. D2 VIT upon dt.
Anyway, many don't seem to be confident. So, for those who are not so confident, the best way is to derive again. Right? And now we derive to simple things, one. So that it would be a revision for those who are just, what we can say, stumbling here and there. So V in T equal to VLT plus VCT. So VLT plus VCT is VOT.
Yes.
Right? V in T equal to VLT plus VCT. VCT is VOT. We write V in T on the other side. So V in T is equal to VLT plus VCT, that is VOT. Right? So we don't want this VLT in the equation. We want to consider differential equation in terms of V in T and VOT. So we would want to get rid of this. So how can we get rid of this? VLT equal to L
DI.
What is L? L is 1. And being series circuit, and since nothing is connected here, I is same for inductor and capacitor. So it is L DILT by dt. But since it is series circuit, IL equal to IC, so I can say L is 1. So DIT upon dt plus VOT is equal to Is it right?
Yes.
Is it okay? What is IT? IT I don't want. For capacitor, IT is equal to C dVOT by dt. For capacitor, ICT is equal to C d VCT by dt. Here IC equal to I, so IT equal to C is 1 and VC is VO. So IT equal to d VOT by dt. So I put that. So d by dt of d VOT by dt plus VOT equal to V in t. So I was confused how you get that equation. But last time we might have made some mistake. So the final equation is d2 VOT upon dt square plus VOT is equal to V in t.
Capacitor. Right, sir.
This is the equation,
This is right.
right?
The capacitor over sir.
So that was the different
that was
equation.
different
So you took that. So this is the final equation, right? Now you put that. So in this case, same will apply. Same will apply. Instead of V in t, it would be VAT, right? But what is VAT? Simple. V in t plus AVOT. So d2 VOT upon dt square plus VOT is equal to V in t plus AVOT. So A comes on this side. So the same equation like last one. d2 VOT upon dt square plus 1 minus A VOT equal to is right? So we must be able to get a full-fledged hand-on constructing differential equations for any circuit which consists of R, L, C, then scalar or amplifier and adder. Only scaling is of more use unless you are able to use adder because feedback is needed. Otherwise, it doesn't serve any purpose. I think this was given for some tutorial. This is only again not an active circuit, a passive circuit only. And we use value simple 1, 1, 1, 1. It's quite interesting now. So how do we proceed? Now?
dV
Number one is that it's not somewhat catch is there now because here there are two
Division.
arms. So we can have this is ILD and this is IC. Now IL we will not say because again here they will be confused. So I use the terms I1T and I2T, right? I1T and I2T. And what this is then? I1T
plus I2.
plus I2. You keep in practice to use bracket T, otherwise sometime you may forget it. So if you are quite confident that you are knowing it, then for writing differential equation you can remove it, but better to keep it. So now what will happen? What is the equation? Now this I will define as VL. This I will define as
VCT.
VCT. So VLT plus VCT is in plus VOT equals to V. Right. Now what is VLT?
DI by dt.
It is
DI by
D. L is 1. So L di by dt. But what is I?
I1t plus I2t.
D I1t by dt plus D I2t by dt plus VCT plus VOT equal to V. What is D I1t by dt? What is D I1t by dt?
L1 आहे कितलं V1 कितलं V
Not is VO, right?
हाँ,
We get instant answer. D I1t by dt as VO, right? Because it is parallel circuit. So parallel circuit both voltage is same. So this I can say as VOT. What is I2? I2 is not VO. I2 is dVOT by dt. So dI2t by dt is?
D2VOT.
It is? Is it right? Now only thing which we don't want is VCT. So what is it VCT? VCT and what is current through it? I have said. So what is VCT we can't get any hand. It is integral, we don't want to use that. So what is dVCT by dt? Current through it. Capacity is 1. So it is I1t plus I2. So you can differentiate this again. If you differentiate this again, what you get? Now this we can rewrite as d2 VOT upon dt square plus this VOT and this VOT plus 2 dVOT plus VCT equal to V. Now differentiate it once again, right? So d3 VOT upon dt cube plus 2 d2 VO upon dt square plus dVCT upon dt equal to. So in this term is alright, this term is in this equation, this term is okay, this term is okay, this term is okay, sorry, this term is okay, this is this term is not okay, right? For this I have this. And what is I1t? That I can again have, which I have already written down. I1t is equal to VOT and I2t is equal to D2 VOT. What is I2t? I1t is so what? So VLT was LD. So now this we get this. So this earlier we used something so that by before coming next time you should come up with the final answer.
Yes.
Okay.